of just Grixis splashing for Deathrite, but Zach has the 1 seed. 0 Metal Worker in top 8. Yeah. Yeah, not quite. Yes, it is actually 4-color. No decays in the 75, but 2 Leovolds. No further green in the sideboard, but Wilson is definitely on the full 4 colors though, with the full set of Tarmogoyfs in his sideboard. Here comes Sean back onto back over towards us. They're getting shuffled up. Wilson is on the play.
James Hames coming in clutch with that.
Wilson's on the play. Zach is on the play for this match over here.
Okay. Look at James
Chat's
Hames
not happy with Deathrite Shaman right now. That's
what?
All,
no
that's all he
way.
Really missed.
Wow, Deathrite Shaman?
Never heard of that one.
Is that card popular in Legacy?
Who knew?
I didn't.
All right.
Wilson has 2 lands, double K command, preordained Baleful Strix. It looks like Deathrite is the last card there. I feel like Deathrite, yeah, you're just jamming Deathrite here. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so differences between their lists. They're both on the full 3 snaps. James has an extra Kolaghan's Command, a mainboard Deluge, no Chandra, and no Last Hope in his mainboard, I believe. Yeah, no Last Hope.
Okay. He's playing a Last Hope in his sideboard,
He
though.
does. Wilson's got 1 main, 1 sideboard.
Man, looks like sideboard for James Hames. He's got Lily on a Last Hope, not Umezawa's GT.
I don't really want Dread Knight in this matchup.
You're right.
That's
It's like
already
they're playing every color but white.
already multiple copies of Kolaghan's Command and Baleful Strix in Wilson's hand.
Multiple
2 copies of each. And his last card was a Preordain.
That's a lot of diversity.
That's a lot of value. He's looking at
Brendan Hagen coming back just to be the GOAT that he is.
And I didn't quite catch what that was that went into his hand there.
I did not see that.
It was a
like
Verdant Cat.
Okay, cool.
Just fetch, jam a Strix.
Seems not bad. James Hames sitting on his
hand is
Sculpting Tarn.
K-Command. Seems good. Brennan says seems good for his hand.
Seems good.
James looks just thrilled to be here. Drew a Hymn to Turok off of that Baleful Strix. So he's got the full 4 2-for-1s in his hand currently.
Wow, that
along
seems
with 1 fetch
good.
land.
James Hames is fetching twice. You know, seems good. I mean, that seems good, right? James Hames casting his own Baleful Strix.
Fetching twice, getting some duels. No need to play around Wasteland out of either of their decks. 2 copies of Badlands for James. Don't always see multiple. Only 1 Volk, 1 Trop, 2 basics.
Alpha or beta duels? EMA Deathmatch.
I believe those are FBB from Wilson.
I believe you're correct, yes.
Those borders don't look quite thick enough to be beta or alpha.
17. I am rooting for James Hames here. Good friend of mine.
I just want to see Kess get cast. James also has 1 mainboard Diabolic Edict. That is the other difference between their decks, other than the Preordain versus Ponder, whichever one you want to play choice.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely different upsides. I think Preordain's pretty interesting because you can bottom the bad cards, keep your good card.
If only they'd print Ponder the way Josh cast it against me earlier when we were just playing in the feature match area.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that one, Sean. He cast the Ponder and just took the top card, and the other 2 went to the bottom.
Oh, is that?
It was
Seer
a
Visions?
really powerful card.
It's because he was playing Seer Visions.
Hymn to Turok for 7 cards, not quite on there for dice.
Yikes.
See how they decide to resolve
James
this.
is just saying pick it, I believe.
Wilson just looks confused.
Wilson's like, but
that one in the middle.
Those 2.
Well, I don't know what they're deciding here.
I don't know.
Well, all right then. They both seemed happy with however they.
Oh no!
Oh,
Was that his only cast?
Yeah, it's his only cast. He has 3 copies of Kolaghan's Command. He can still get it back, but trading off some Baleful Strixes. How about another Baleful Strix?
Another one. What? I just said another one. You don't even hit me. Chat, I just want to...
Why do they roll for him?
Just choose them. That's what I'm saying.
Deluge for 2.
Nice. James going to 16 off that Deluge.
I would assume it's only for 2. I hope. If it's for more than 2, then our life totals are going to be wrong the rest of the match. But...
Yikes. I'm digging Jace's playmat. Not Jace's. James's. K-Command, bring back my Deathrite Shaman. I believe discard a card, and James discards Pluto Delta. Jace the Mind Sculptor from
That's
James
also
Hames,
a pretty good one.
you know, James is great at this game. Upticking Wilson.
Immediately upticking Wilson.
I think he playing around Lightning Bolt there.
Wilson's got a... I believe it was a fetch, a Kolaghan's Command, and
pair of fetches and a
fetch.
K-Command. That's a Liliana last hope he drew.
She's good.
Turns out she is.
Is she outracing the Jace here? I don't think the ultimate's gonna outrace a Jace.
I think he's just going to minus here.
Just minus get back a creature.
Sense. Yeah.
I don't know what's on that die. That's just a blue square.
Can we ask him to like get a different dice? What?
It's all right, Sean.
I don't know what that
we'll
is.
manage.
Man. I mean,
If only we had a
could also
professional
just, like,
feature match area.
Oh man.
Yeah, so the winner of this will play the winner of Zach versus Mitch.
Get my Leovold back.
Oh, flipped a Leovold. Cast.
Yikes,
Putting it
from
right on
James
top of the
Hames
Jace.
here.
Don't uptick targeting me. Getting a Bayou to finish off those 3 colors. Scalding Tarn.
It was very quick from
James has got something in mind that costs 5.
I don't think there's anything in his deck that costs 5.
Is it Snap Deluge?
That'd
Deluge
be
for
hot.
3.
I'm not going to lie here.
Yep.
Get him
Nice
out.
Leovold Wilson. Nice Leovold Wilson. For
James
3.
Hames going down to
Yikes.
12.
Sean, you have to left
I'm
click
gonna
to
let
do this.
you do the clicking here.
Did you get the 1 for his fetch?
I did not. He's at 16. I see it on James' life at 16.
Wilson is at 16?
Yes.
Oh,
Wilson
he
is at
fetched
16.
again last turn.
Bolt your...
Bolt your Liliana. Since it's low, play a Deathrite. Firing on all cylinders. Did he brainstorm with Jace that turn? Why is... Oh, that was buyback. A Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
Why is...
Oh, I think Wilson just drew uptick pass, and then James untapped brainstorm bolt.
I don't know what they're resolving here.
I don't know what happened,
But-
but we missed some stuff here.
I think James might have just not tapped all of his mana for the Snap Deluge and thought he could do more stuff. I'm going to go...
Okay, yes. No,
Yeah, I believe that's what happened. I'm going to go
Yeah.
visit the feature match area. Will flag down the head judge. I'll be right back to
Okay.
let you guys know what happened with that. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah. Can't confirm, chat. That is what happened.
Yeah,
believe
that
that was
is what happened. Both players agreed to rewind it. They were already doing so before Will stepped in. The head judge said, yeah, just rewind it. You guys are good. So Liliana the Last Hope is still in play. James has a Bolt and a Deathrite in his hand, I believe.
Wilson going down to 15. He K-commanded...
So did James
buyback,
just
discard.
not use his Jace that turn?
I don't think so. Yikes.
Okay, then.
Bolt your Leovold?
Yes, he spent 7 mana with 5 lands.
Baleful Strix. Brainstorm with Jace.
Yeah. All that they had proceeded to was Wilson drew his card for turn, so they were able to rewind it.
Yeah. Maybe a really strong play here is if James is able to go land, K-Command, kill your... Oh,
you.
That's pretty good.
You have
got a
2 cards, Wilson. Now you have 0. Did he brainstorm or chase that turn?
He did brainstorm chase that turn, yes. Pluto Delta is the draw for Wilson U. I
It's
think
not a very good one. What is that Liliana at?
might be a little bit ahead here. Liliana is going up to 3, I believe.
Yeah. Up to 3. Get rid of your Baleful Strix.
Yeah.
Say go.
Show you my Pluto Delta, but not play it.
It might not have been visible to James. It was definitely
fair.
visible up here.
Oh, yeah. Deathrite Shaman. Strong play.
Who knew 16 in these top 4 deck lists?
Minus coming from Liliana.
Getting back a Snapcaster
Mage for
and he has a
Kolaghan's Commander is
Preordain
great
in his hand as well.
Snap K Command, probably.
Hard cast Force Will
Ugh.
from James.
Disgusting.
Probably wanted to Preordain first there, Wilson.
You
Push
would've-
Brainstorm?
Yeah.
Probably just bottom the top both.
I think you might
Go ahead and
want to
fire-
draw the push and then.
I
pull
would have
push
just possibly cast the Brainstorm there.
Well,
Unless-
I think
had
he
already
wants to,
played,
he wants to keep his Liliana alive. I believe.
you can Brainstorm into the push.
Yeah, that's true. You can't do that. That is a play. James Hames coming out with this sweet, sweet Baleful Strix.
Did he tap black for the him? I honestly don't know. He has it. I'm going to go with yeah. He has
Yeah, he
has
tapped Badlands
4
Underground
He has
Sea.
4 black sources.
Oh, James?
Yeah.
James has all the black sources in the world.
Maverick lost, yes. Yeah, it was a lot of Grixis and 4-color, 1 player on Mud, 1 player on Maverick, and he lost in the last round to Wilson.
There's an Infect player.
Yeah, top 4 is 3 4-color control decks, 1 Grixis Delver.
I feel like Blood Moon would be good here.
The Grixis Delver player is Zach Koch. I don't know how to say his last name. He's playing against Mitchell. They're, I believe, in game 3, but I could be wrong about that. Another Baleful Strix from Wilson. Churning through his deck. Preordain, and I believe it's a Deathrite Shaman is his other card in hand.
It is. Bottom top for Wilson. Drawing
Another
Deathrite
Deathrite Shaman. Play them both.
Pair of Deathrites. Already used your deluges, James.
His Deluge and his Snapcaster, yep. Buff Pox.
How are you getting out of this one?
He played the Badlands for the... Yeah, it's fine. They've moved past it. He had the mana, and nothing mattered. Snap Kolaghan's Command? Or is this Snap...
I think it's Snap Bolt your Lily.
Snap Bolt or Push. Bolt the Lily.
Yeah, Snap Bolt the Lily, I think is what he's doing here. Bolt a
Bolt a
Deathrite Shaman.
Deathrite. Is Liliana at 4 at this point?
I think so.
Yeah, it should have plussed again after killing the
Yeah,
last
it's at
Baleful
4,
Strix.
so there's just no real reason to.
Brainstorm with Jace before you do anything, James.
Oh, he might be bouncing with Jace.
James is playing shady. All right.
He might be like Shock Shatter. Okay.
The other players in the top 8 were on... There was 1 player on Infect as well. And Alex Hahn, who conceded the last round to James Hames, was on Miracles. What was the brewiest deck in the tournament?
Oh, man. Shout out to John Paul Jansen. Hates
playing
the phrase...
Death and Taxes,
No,
I believe is what he called it.
He hates the phrase brew, spice, tech.
Sean Mogelgard.
No, I mean... You know, guys. Ooh, James
Buff
Hames
Eureka.
showing
I
Snapcaster
completely
Mage
agree.
just conceding.
All right, so that will put us into game number 2 with James up a game. All right, so what are we looking to bring in for James? Any Planeswalker, any of them. 1 Liliana Last Hope, that one sounds good.
Toxic Deluge seems not bad.
Deluge is fine.
I think G-Type probably.
Hydra Blast is definitely good. Pyroblast definitely good. So those 4, the Liliana, the Deluge is fine. Edict is not great against Leovold, but it gets the job done if you need it to.
What's he taking out here?
probably the Edict that's in his main board. I would imagine is coming out just in a world.
Do you think he boards out his hymns on the draw, or do you think they're just too good as the 2?
I think you just keep them in this matchup.
Yeah,
boarding out all 4 Force of Wills
that makes
pretty clearly.
Sense.
I don't know if you need both deluges. You might be able to get by with just one.
Well, let's take a look at Wilson here. What's Wilson bringing in here?
His Singleton deluge
akin
seems
to
good.
mine.
What was that?
His handwriting's the same as mine.
Invasive Surgery is not good in this matchup. There's no sorceries you're looking to hit. Flusterstorm is a consideration, especially on the play. The Red Blast is good. The Deluge he definitely needs.
Last
and
Hope,
the Last Hope and the
number 2.
Force Armorglyphs all seem good.
Yeah.
James Hames won game 1. Synota. So we're looking at probably about 6 cards coming in for each of them. A good number, not an insane amount. They probably both just don't want Force of Will after sideboarding.
I could see James maybe keeping 1. He does that often.
Interesting. It looked good that game. 5 mana, counter your spell. I'm going to go pay a visit to our other match while this is still going.
All right. Owen is going to come back with that sweet, sweet updatey goodness. Zach is up a game over... Man, there's so many papers here. Let me tell you guys. Yikes. All right, Zach is up a game over... One of these has the thing. Okay. Oh, yeah, Zach is over a game against Mitchell. Zach is on Grixis. Out of the 3 4-color control decks here in the top 4. James Hames, Swamp, Deathrite Shaman. Wilson fetching, Fatal pushing that Deathrite Shaman. Ooh, dear. Getting a Bayou. You have something to say? Oh, you're just going to come pop a squat? Oh, okay.
I borrowed stuff.
Okay. Did you play today?
I went on 2 drop.
Hot dog. Tarmogoy from Wilson. James is pondering his options. Get it? Because he's casting a ponder. I know, I'm hilarious. Glyph is a 4 or 5 currently. Goyf getting in for 4, I believe, here.
That is an early Goyf.
Land,
All right.
instant, creature, sorcery. Yep, 4 it is.
Catch me up here. We had a Deathrite get pushed.
Wilson, turn 1, Delta pass, James, Swamp, Deathrite, go, Wilson, fetch, push it, untap, Goyf.
Yep.
Now he's brainstorming.
Makes sense.
All seems like check pile.
Brainstorm,
things.
land, go. Deathrite, Liliana, Leovold, Bolt in his hand.
Mm-hmm, that's what it looks
I believe
like.
Red Blast, not Bolt. My apologies. Land for turn into Baleful Strix for James. Can't tell what any of his cards are. What land? Is that a Bloodstained Mire or a Scalding? That's a Bloodstained Mire.
Wilson here going to 17 to cast Liliana on the Last Hope, upticking on his Baleful Strix to pump Goyf. Seems pretty strong here.
Liliana, your Baleful Strix.
He's using a dice that we can actually see this time. A+.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wilson holding up that Reb.
Anticipating possibly a Jace this turn.
That would make sense. Seems like a James.
That Liliana should be on.
It
4?
is on 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. James going to
Fetching.
15.
Could also be holding up for Leovold
I'm sorry,
as well this
James is
turn.
going down to 11. My bad. I'm sorry, 10. I missed the second Goyf attack for 5.
Yes, Baleful Strix is in
Yes.
the graveyard now as an artifact.
Correct. And 2-turn clock, unless he deals with this. Is this his
That
own Liliana
looks-
Last Hope?
Colgan's command, pick up
5.
my Baleful Strix, you discard, I believe was the other mode.
That makes sense.
He could be dealing 2 to the Liliana, but that feels unlikely.
I agree. That
Probably
does
just
feel
making him
unlikely.
discard. Just pitch the Red Blast here. You have keep the snap in the Leovold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another visit from our buddy, Mr. Hagen.
Unborrowed cards.
What?
Unborrowed cards.
Understood.
I like unborrowing cards.
Wilson's getting in there.
Chandra,
with those-
Torch of Defiance is the
Ooh.
draw for Wilson.
More Planeswalkers.
Yikes.
More Planeswalkers for Wilson.
James has a hard time answering these Planeswalkers.
Yes. This game looks like it'll be over in a short order, thanks to
James
Tarmogoyf
goes down to
and
5.
multiple walkers. James goes down to 4. It's only attacking for 4 this time. He picked up the Baleful Strix.
Yep.
Jam the Leovold. He doesn't have double red. He only has the 1 Volcanic Island for his red sources.
James goes down to 5.
To Pyroblast the Leovold. Makes sense. Presented lethal that next turn. So is he just not able to cast the Baleful Strix here because it
Just
causes
dies.
him to take lethal?
Yeah. I'm not sure here. He might be
needs-
casting it to dig another card deeper.
It just sets up for Wilson to Liliana, kill it, and attack for 5 with the Tarmogoyf.
I agree.
Liliana the Last Hope. Make your Goyf a 2-powered attacker.
And he's still dead to Chandra.
He is not still dead to Chandra.
Goyf attacks for... Oh, 2. Yeah.
For 2.
I forget.
He also
I thought
can't
it was
cast the
5,
Chandra
6.
still.
He has...
He's
Oh, you're
another
right.
Snapcaster. Yeah, he has just the Volcanic Island.
Okay.
Or else it would have just come down last turn.
That makes a lot of sense.
Possibly.
James goes down to 3.
Liliana goes up to 6.
This game is close here.
Yeah. James is up a game. Probably just. James is also just dead to flash in multiple Snapcasters.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the Baleful Strix for James? No, it looks like a Leovold he's lining up. Possibly a Colgan's command? Leovold. Snapcaster in response.
Oof, Pyro. Yeah, Snap Rabbit.
Snap.
Or Pyroblast. Snap Pyroblast.
Snap
yeah.
Pyroblast or Red Blast.
James just
And
concedes
James
on
picks
that
him up.
one. Yeah,
He was
all
dead
right.
on board there.
Well, we're going to...
Going to game 3.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Get a little bit of
everybody.
re-sideboarding possibly, though not likely. I don't think you want to change anything play versus draw in this matchup, except possibly the number of hymns in your deck. But even then, I think it's just worth keeping in full for both of them.
I agree. I think James might be wanting the Toxic Deluge now just for another answer to Goyce.
A second Deluge?
Yeah,
That's an expensive Deluge.
That's true. But he doesn't have a lot of
doesn't-
answers.
I agree. Like, it's possible that he boarded down on Fatal Pushes. He might bring some back in now that he knows about Goyf. If he didn't know about them going into that game.
Yeah.
Left some on the table there, James. Got to shuffle those in, too. Wilson might want to board differently.
Yeah, boarded our Goyce, Wilson, right?
Then sweet filler cards at the very top there for tokens. Looking at casualties, grudge, surgicals. His Deluge is still in his sideboard during that game. And all the forces, as expected, not in his deck.
And 2 Baleful Strix.
Yep.
I think if it wasn't for the Last Hope on
Yeah.
Wilson's side, I think James would have been in decent shape.
Yes.
Because you have the...
I mean, clearly the Tarmogoyf was what was presenting the threat.
oh, of
but
course.
Even if you find a way to deal with the Tarmogoyf, the Liliana just keeps bringing it back at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Brings it back, makes it grow. Everything going well between the two of them.
All right. So, going to game 3 here. James Hames shuffling it up. Look at that. Look at that
So
technique.
James will be on the play here.
I would assume so, yes. James, the old Tapperoonie. What's wrong with saying Tapperoonie? It looks like he has a Pyroblast
He has a
in his hand.
Leovold, some lands, a Preordain. I
Jason.
believe, is that 4 lands or 3?
I think that was 4.
He kept it. That's a 4th one. Or a
That's-
5th.
That's 4th.
That's a 4th. Okay.
Preordain. Yeah, scry those cards.
That's it. Keeping a
That
4
is a
land.
him. There's a him in that pile.
Him for turn. James had a Death Right on the play. Like,
Yeah, I think
him can
that's
only do
just-
so much. Got to read Death Right? All right, Wilson. It's instant or sorcery.
Oh, man.
Maybe he was just admiring that beautiful foiling.
I would like to point out it is an OG foil.
Baleful Strix. Get in there, James. Get in there, James.
Get in there. Get it.
Oh.
Boo.
Fire Blasts. Push. Bolts.
Boo.
Something. Brainstorm in response to the hymn.
Well, there's no land in the graveyard.
That's true. He says nothing. My bad.
Wilson also just does not have an answer to Baleful Strix now with the Tarmogoyf in hand.
2 and 4. 5. Ponder Brainstorm.
James is with that gross brainstorm art.
I don't mind it.
Good for you.
Fetch.
Jace
Get
the Mind
some
Sculptor.
Jace going.
That seems okay.
Not even letting Wilson surgical the polluted Delta in response to the death right.
You could happen. You're right.
He looked long and hard at those in his sideboard.
Somebody say, never mind. I'm just going to stop myself ahead of
No red sources in play currently for James outside of his Death Right Shaman.
That is the
Kept a
first
hand
fetch
with
for James.
basic island in hand.
This is a first fetch for anybody.
Yes.
And I believe we're getting in there with the Baleful Strix, obviously.
Most likely.
I believe it's just
I don't
Brainstorm.
believe there's a reason not to anywhere in his deck.
No,
in either of their decks.
Yeah, Brainstorm for
John
James.
coming in with that very late who won game 1. James won game 1, and now we're in game 3. I believe that comment just came in. It was the first time I saw it over there. That's all good, Brennan.
That's how I use it.
All right. Wilson looks like Wilson's got a Goyf in hand as well at this point. I believe that's a Flusterstorm in the very center of his hand.
Yes, it looks like he has 3 polluted deltas, a Goyf, a Flusterstorm.
What is that third from
Leopold.
what is that third from the bottom?
That looks like a Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. I believe you're right about that. Just fetch.
Wilson
Yeah,
fetching,
it is a
and
Deathrite
then
Shaman.
just going to cast Leopold
The
here.
Leopold.
Yeah.
No,
cash in that
no
Leopold.
consideration for Deathrite plus Tarmogoyf?
I kind of like Deathrite plus Tarmogoyf, but I think Leopold just puts him in a better place because it forces the Jace to do awkward things.
Jace just bouncing Wilson's Deathrite and the Baleful Strix holding off the Tarmogoyf.
Exactly.
Would not do
James
as much.
is fetching here.
Presumably for a red source. Bear with 2 guns is calling this one pretty early. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The
like,
Deathrite didn't add any extra mana on turn 2. Wilson had some disruption in the hymn, but Pyroblast, Yearly of Old. Draw a card for Wilson.
card drawn was a volcanic island. Leovold of his own for for James, and upticking
Wilson,
on Wilson.
we will note, did not bring in that Deluge from his sideboard. We saw him flick through those.
That's true. He did
Jace
not
starts to plus for James Hames.
attack with Deathrite. And
Get in there, Deathrite Shaman.
I missed the attack with the Baleful Strix last turn,
All right.
so he's at 16.
Yes, fetch from Wilson. I believe Wilson fetched last turn with that polluted Delta.
Yes, he did.
Tarmogoyf, Deathrite. Yep.
Hold up Flusterstorm.
And represent Pyroblast as well.
Also has a Brainstorm in hand.
Although, presumably, if you just have the Pyroblast, you kill the Jace main phase.
I would assume that as well.
or even if it gets the Leovold trigger.
Brainstorm with Jace. Seems pretty strong. And I have chili at home. I was thinking about that. I'm gonna stop by on the way home and get Frito scoops. Yes.
Is that what's going through your mind right now,
Oh
Sean?
man, let me tell you, my mouth is watering right now. I haven't had food today. I'm pretty excited.
It's all right, James. We'll figure out how to tap your lanes eventually. You have to pay for your spells
Baleful
in this day
Strix.
and age. Looks like another revised duel of some kind off the top. Yep.
K command?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shock your Deathrite.
Discard
Nothing
a
to
card?
buy back. Just make him discard.
I think so.
Can't shatter anything. Make him discard. Just hit Flusterstorm it. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
No reason not to. Keep your Deathrite around. No good attacks, thanks to Tarmogoyf. That was a lightning bolt.
That's a pretty decent draw.
Gets rid of the Leovold. James does get to draw a card off of it.
What if it's forcible?
Could be Blue Blast as well. He does have a pair of Hydro Blasts in his deck.
That is true.
No Blue Blasts for Wilson, just the Singleton Red Blast.
Man, Red Blast,
Red
Blast,
Blast,
Fatal
Push, Delta Delta is
Yeah.
the rest of his hand.
Man,
Put back both the lands.
kill your guys.
Red Blast your Jace. Wilson's turning it around.
Man, yeah, it's turning around real quick.
I'm glad you got back your Tarmogoyfs. Glad I could help.
Wilson also has if you look, he's got a
Fatal Push.
Kolaghan's Command in his hand as well.
Fatal Push.
Well, he can Fatal Push the Deathrite Shaman and then K-Command Shock
Yes.
Shatter and then just get in there with Goyf.
That will be That'll be
Next turn.
He has double red, correct? Double red and a black.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
I would assume he does.
He has Volk.
Yeah. Is it second Jace? Oh, that's Kess.
Kess.
What's he get cast in here?
I don't know.
Probably a Brainstorm. If I didn't guess.
He has a Brainstorm or a Ponder. Like he can't red blast anything. Just Ponder.
Wilson with that, yeah. With the yes.
For those who might not have been fully aware of Kess's ability, it is 1 blue, black, red for a flying 3/4. During each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. If it would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So we've got James resolving a Ponder off of Kess's ability this turn.
I believe he drew.
Drew.
No, drew. Like just put it back on top and then just drew.
No
I
shuffle.
don't. Yeah, I didn't see.
Wilson drawing his own Kolaghan, drawing a.
No, he had the
He had a
K-Command,
Scalding Tarn for turn.
Yeah. So I
That
think
lets him
he's-
activate his Deathrite this turn as well.
I think he might be pushing the Kess.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
So
And then just shock shatter the.
shock the Deathrite, shatter a bird.
I would just shock shatter the bird, get in there with Goyf.
Do you? Ooh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because
Yeah,
you
your
have
own Goyf can hold off the opposing, or your own Deathrite can hold off James's Deathrite.
Yeah.
That's fine. Get in there for
5, I believe.
6. There's a Jace and a Baleful Strix in James's graveyard.
Man.
Should be for 6.
Scary for James. Wilson is hellbent, though.
I believe we have them going to Game 3 in our other semifinal. I believe Zach is currently they might just
Brainstorm.
still be in the middle of Game 2.
James Hames coming in clutch with these nice top decks.
And those nice brainstorms.
Choose not to comment.
Oh, I know I was invaluable in retrieving them. I did such a good job. Bolt your Deathrite. Probably eating a spell here, I would imagine.
K-Command,
Yeah. Get the K-Command out of his graveyard before a Snapcaster comes down.
James goes to a 10.
Game not over for Wilson. The other match is not over, John. Jace.
Whoa,
Jace, bounce your
Goyf. Man.
No attack from the Deathrite.
I think
James
James
has cards in hand still?
I think it's a red.
Oh, it's
hand.
under his wrist, yeah. Goyf again. Go. Brainstorm again.
This is exciting.
Not quite sure exactly how great Kess is in this deck.
Bounce.
Him you.
Oh.
Hit your swamp and the Goyf you just bounced. Great him off the top for James.
Yikes.
Deathrite for Wilson.
You're not eating anything
Back
with your
to-
Deathrite? Okay, James.
Yeah, I guess not. I hate those spellbook cards. Well, Bear, I don't know what to tell
I
you.
agree with you, Bear. I think you're right on this.
I agree with you. I don't like how the foils look. I think the non-foils look all right.
I think the negate looks pretty cool. I'd probably play that negate if it was in Chinese.
Brainstorming for James. Liliana, the last hope.
Down tick.
Down. Get back my Leovold.
Wow. Oh,
Kess.
get back
Kess.
Yeah. Oh, eat. cast my lightning bolt for your. Oh,
Look at Kess go.
oh.
Look like something out of Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, it goes right up there with those.
Oh, James Haynes got it.
Then. Shows him a Snapcaster as his last card as well. So we have James Haynes 2-1 over Wilson. Do you know if we're getting 3 out of 5 for the finals, or is it best 2 out of 3 still?
What, Judge? Are we getting 3 out of 5 for the finals, or 2 out of 3? Is it 2 out of 3 finals?
Slow down.
Best of 3 for the finals? Or
Yes, best of 3. Okay. Yes. No best of 5.
James Haynes just won his match against.
Of course he did.
Oh, it was, of course, with clutch top decks at the very end.
I think I need to.
Yeah. All right, chat. So we're gonna try and move the other match when it goes to game 3 over to the feature match. Oh, those top decks.
Wilson is like, he's like, tells it, but he's funny about it. It's like his brainstorms are too He went for nothing. He's like, here's a Kess. He's great. Yeah, he drew the last of all.
So for the other semifinal match that we still got going, Zach is still up a game. They're in game 2. He has Mitch at 6 with 2 Deathrights and 2 Snapcasters in play. To Zach's Gurmag Angler and True Name.
Looks like Wilson did bring in the base of surgery.
Yeah. I would guess that James kept all of his Strixes in while Wilson boarded some of his out, just keeping them in to deal with the Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah,
mostly.
exactly. Because Wilson had Goyfs to bring in, James didn't. Invocations, hear that?
Yeah. So we'll
Wait,
have
don't you
James
own a
Hames playing
playset
in
of-
the